I put my heart in this box. They be like, y'all need to stop it. We swipe our card and they rob us. These promoters, these sharks and they partners. It's gonna be hard trying to stop us. Speaking for the fans when I say they offended me. But really, y'all part of the problem. Blinded by hate, you don't see the real enemy. You motherfucker be tempting me. Don't like your energy, you think you pimping me. If I over 500 centuries, no penitentiary. I'm smoking plenty weed. I don't need no sympathy, Earl Spin. Versus Crawford gon' be all the time. Regardless of who win or lose, they still gon' be in the Hall of Fame. So I ain't even in my feelings. Regardless of the rain, I'm chillin'. Numb to the pain, no feeling. Can't do the same dope feeling. But guilty, but I ain't no villain. Lost my top, so it ain't no ceiling. Ryan versus Tank is a fight I'm not feeling. Cause we already know that Tank gon' kill him. I wanna see Tank versus Devin Haney. Even Frank Moore. What about Shakur? Boxing is not a sport that we can afford. Cause we know that rich people ride the poor. This I cannot ignore. I never been shot before. The pain is burning inside. My people died. It's just like a hunter who shot a bull. Damn. I put my heart in this box. They be like, y'all need to stop it. We swipe our card and they rob us. These promoters, the sharks and they partners. It's gonna be hard trying to stop us. Speaking for the fan when I say they offended me. But really, y'all part of the problem. Blinded by her, you don't see the real enemy.
What it do, what it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man, just want to give a quick prediction. The fight is today. Jaron boots Ennis versus Roman Villa. Listen, I got to talk about this co-main, man. You got Yoelvis Gomez going against Marquise Taylor. Straight up out of H-Town, man. Shout out to you, man. Looked at the weigh-in, man. Marquise Taylor, you look very confident. Got to be honest, I hadn't really seen Marquise Taylor fight, but I have seen Yoelvis Gomez fight. I'm pulling for you, Marquise Taylor, but like I said, Yoelvis Gomez is a devastating puncher, and he a big-ass middleweight, and I just found out that you moving up to middleweight. This dude a huge puncher, and he big as shit. Yoelvis Gomez is a very vicious dude, man. Vicious. Straight up out of Cuba, so that's going to be a tough fight. So I'm interested to see the outcome of that fight. This co-main, I'm telling you, don't sleep on the co-main. Marquise Taylor versus Yoelvis Gomez. That's a hell of a matchup. And whoever win that fight, I'm telling you, they're gonna really move up in the rankings, and they're gonna be something. They're gonna make a name in boxing. Whoever win this fight. So I'm very interested in that. Actually, Showtime, you putting on a pretty good card. That's a pretty good lineup. Listen, just want to address some shit. I've said this, and I've said it, and I've said it, and I'm gonna keep saying it. At this point, I just, I don't respect no fan base. I don't respect. I don't respect Tank fans. I don't respect Spence fans, Bud fans, Wilder fans. I don't respect Canelo fans. I just don't respect it. At this point, like I said, we forgot it. Most of us really don't love the sport, bro. We really don't love boxing. We just love a fighter. That's all. So I really don't respect that, bro. So I love the sport of boxing, and I cover it. And I don't want to get caught up in just riding with a certain fighter and making my channel about a certain fighter. Saying it to say this, one of the reasons why I don't respect fan bases is because I seen how y'all done boost, bro, and I'm going to keep saying it. Before this last fight, when he fought old Chuck Alaskis, before he fought old Chuck, everybody was saying Bud ducking boots, Spence ducking boots, Bud ducking boots, Spence ducking boots. They need to fight each other. Remember that shit? Y'all didn't even want the Spence versus Crawford fight. Y'all, fuck that fight. One of them got to fight Boots. Y'all didn't give a fuck about Spence versus Crawford. Remember that shit? Bro, y'all was all over the internet, Boots fans. And I'm just going to be honest. Shout out to you, Bows. I think you're a great coach. No disrespect to you, but I'm just saying the talks have calmed down. I'm just saying, I know I'm not the only one that peeped this, but because before Chuck, y'all was relentless on Bud and Spence. Y'all was relentless. And them was the only fights y'all wanted. And I don't get it twisted. I believe Boza Ennis and Jaron Ennis, they want the fights. Jaron Ennis will fight Bud next or Spence next. There is no fighter that I think Boots is afraid of. So make no mistake about that. All I'm saying is I understand the energy has changed though. There's not so much of a demand for Boots to get in there with Bud and Spence after the Chuck performance. And in my post-fight thoughts on the Chuck fight, when he fought Chuck, I brought up his flaws and where he went wrong, but I said he would come back better. This fight would make him better. So I never stopped the hype with Boots. I said Boots is everything we said he was. It's just one of them fights where he really got to learn from. So I never really discredited Boots. But I definitely said he should have cut that ring off, and it's just certain things you're supposed to know in that ring. So, like I said, his fans have changed. And I just got to point that out. And that do a lot to the fight. He know his fans change. Y'all change like him. You motherfuckers been quiet as shit. So maybe you'll get a little loud now that he fighting today. He is fighting in New Jersey. I'm sure Philly will be in the building. Man, shout out to you, man. Now, when it comes to Philly and his hometown, shout out to that because his hometown do ride for him. But I'm just saying, it was just a whole lot of Boots fans that came out the woodworks and came from out of nowhere that was trying to use Boots as a way to shit on Bud and Spence and trying to make it like they ducking Boots. So I wasn't with that shit. Listen, just want to make something very clear. I do have a critique, and I've been peeping this out. Listen to your interviews, Boots, and I listen to all fighters' interviews. I listen to Bozy all the time. He have a great mind. I think Bozy Ennis is gonna be a Hall of Fame trainer. Bozy Ennis, he will be a Hall of Fame trainer. He different, bro. He know his shit. Don't get it twisted. So, but it's something that I heard Boots say, and he said it 3 or 4 times. He said, Roman Villa, I love the fight because it's tailor-made for me. He said that over and over. This fight, he's tailor-made for me. He's a come for a fight. He gonna do what I want. He gonna run right into what I want him to run into. Okay, I understand that. I understand that his style is tailor-made for you. But at this point, I think Jaron and I think Boza in it. I think y'all stop underestimating your opponents, bro. Because right now you fighting at a high level. Chuck was a good ass fighter. Chuck Alaskis, that motherfucker really could fight, and he had good footwork. He was very tricky, and he was hard to hit. But I'm telling you something about Roman Villa. I think you underestimating the power of him. I truly believe that. And also, I want to say this. I wish after that fight you would have, even requested either fighting Chuck again or fighting that style, fighting somebody who moves and got good footwork and that's not trying to engage. Fight that same style, because that is something you got to conquer. You got to conquer that style, because when you fight at the highest level, everybody ain't going to come forward and give you what you want, bro. So you got to figure out a way to cut the ring off against those kind of fighters, because when you're fighting at this level, you're going to come across fighters that move and can really box. So that's something that I really want you to work on, bro. Fighting Roman Villa, this is a very good fight, but this not the style that's going to help you with what you struggled against Chuck. Okay, but he going to bring some different shit to you. And what I'm saying he going to bring is, I think you underestimating the power. You know, if you don't notice this, Jaron Ennis, one of his, it's like a good and a bad. I've always said this about Philly fighters. It's good, but it can be bad. The Philly style is good, but it can be bad. When it's effective, it's effective, but when it's ineffective, it's ineffective. And Jaron Ennis is a Philly fighter at heart. Julian J. Rock, them dudes is Philly fighters, bro. Cool boy step. They box, but bang. And they love to bang way more than they love to box. They can box, but they bang. That's what Philly fighters do. So, I'm saying that to say this. Jaron, this fight may be a war. Jaron Ennis gonna fight him. I'm just telling you. He gonna fight his ass. Don't get it twisted. Let me say this too, though. I said I think Jaron Ennis is underestimating the power of Roman Villa, and he might get clipped. Roman Villa might clip him. That motherfucker hit hard, bro, and he can clip you, bro. So, but I'm gonna say this about Jaron Ennis. I'm finna say this. At welterweight, I I think Spence is the most solid puncher. I think Bud is the best knockout artist at welterweight. But I think Ennis is the hardest puncher. I think Ennis hit harder than Spence and Bud. I just think Bud and Spence set their shots up better. But I think Boots got more power than both of them. He naturally hits harder. He hit hard as shit. And the power of Boots Ennis is very underrated. Like I said, he just couldn't catch Chuck with the shots that he wanted to. He would have stopped Chuck if he had landed good combinations and good solid shots. And that's one thing, another thing about Boots that I really want to see. I want to see you set up. I'm talking about knockout counter punches. I'm talking about solid ass. I want to see your punch placement. I want to see you really set up. I'm talking about hard counters. Hard counters. I really want to see that more. And so it's just a lot of different things I want to see from you. You got so much talent and skill that a lot of times you don't show it all at once. But like I said, with each fight, I just want to see more and more from you because you at the top level at this point. And I just want to see you. I just want to see you tested. I want to see you. I just want to see you at the top level, bro. And I just want to see where you go in your career. But like I said, when you fighting at this level, don't underestimate the power of Villa. And like I said, one thing I know about Philly fighters don't have no problem banging it out. But like I said, a lot of times when you dealing with punchers, just like Cool Boy, when he finna deal with Anyway, somebody who can punch, you don't bang as much. So you just got to know when to mix that shit up and when to box. So this may be one of them fights where I think you should just box and let him run into some shot and set up hard counters for him instead of banging on the inside, because I think he can clip you. But either way it go, I got you winning. I think you're going to stop him in devastating fashion, but you may get clipped in the process of it, because I think y'all going to go to war. I think y'all going to bang it out. So yeah, this is 903 Boxing. I am your host, Charles Jack. With that, I'm out.